All right, everyone, here we go. This week's mini lesson is on measures of center. So last week you learned about the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. Um, Measures of center, two averages that are often used, are the mean and the median to find a measure of center. And it gets a little tricky when to use one versus the other. So in today's CK12 lesson, it's going to walk you through the measures of center and when to use mean versus median. But let's take a quick little mini lesson right now. Okay, I've got a little problem up here. It says measures of center. Below shows the goals that Jordan scored in each of her 7 games this season. So in game 1, she had 2 goals. In game 2, she had 3, and so on. Do you notice anything interesting about the data? Hopefully you might have noticed something. Keep it up here, okay? We'll come back to it in a moment. So our two measures of center, mean and median. Let's start off by finding the mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these numbers up. I'm going to add 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 10 is 17, plus 1 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21. So let's write down 21 goals Jordan scored altogether this season, and she played in 7 goals. She played in 7 games. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. You got it. Jordan is averaging 3 goals per game this season, which is kind of interesting. She only scored, right, 3 in one game in game 2 this season. She scored 3 goals. I don't see that she scored 3 in any other games, but that is her average, right, when we try to balance that out. Now, the other measure of center is the median. So median means middle, right? So what I'll do is I'm going to have to put these in order, ascending order from least to greatest. So let's move this one over here. Take this one, change, whoops, keep that 2 there, put this 2 over here. Now I think I got them in order from least to greatest. Should probably put a comma to show the separation. And now I need to find the one that's in the middle. What's nice is it's an odd number, so there's going to be one number exactly in the middle. When it's even set, it's a little more difficult, remember. So take 1 off the beginning, 1 off the end, and I'm going to work my way into the middle. And I've got 3 off the beginning, 3 off the end. That means 2 is in the middle, 2 is the median. So come on down here, and I'll put 2. So if I had to choose an average or measure of center, which one would be the best, the mean or the median, is the question I'm left with. I've got 2 different numbers in this case. So how many of you think the mean? How many people think the median? If you said the median, you are correct. And it goes actually back to something I asked you to think about or to notice in the beginning of the data. So let's go back up and see, did you notice anything interesting? Well, I certainly did. Jordan went off in game 4. She had 10 goals. What do you call that in a data set, the 10? That would be considered the outlier, okay? Because she's around 1, 2 goals a game. One, she had 3, and then all of a sudden she had 10 goals. Therefore, what's happening is the outlier is raising the mean. That one game out of 7 is really changing her mean. It's making it go up. So you have to be aware when you're looking at a data set, are there any outliers? If there is an outlier, you want to use the median. Vice versa, an outlier could be at the beginning or a lower number, and it could be bringing the mean down. Let's say Jordan had goals where she scored 5, 6, 7, 8 every game, and then she had a game maybe with 0 goals or 1 goal. Her mean would then go down. So sometimes a better indication would be the median. So your takeaway for today's lesson, when to use the median instead of the mean. Use the median to find the typical value in a data set that contains outliers. If it doesn't contain any outliers, then use the mean. A great real life example of this is in real estate. There's lots of different examples, but one that often you'll see is in real estate. So if I bring up this webpage, let's take a look. Fayetteville, New York. Here's a little map, outline all of Fayetteville you can see. On this side and over here, I'm looking at this number, but if I read down here, it says the median home value in Fayetteville is $191,796. Well, that's good. It's going up 4.6% over the past year. But the important part, again, it's the median. A lot of time real estate will be given prices will be given using the median. Why not the mean? If you said because there's outliers, you are correct. There could be it tends to be a lot of homes are very similar, but you may find one, two, or a few homes that could be millions of dollars, worth millions of dollars. Well, that would raise everybody's home value when that may not be true, or vice versa. You can have homes worth very, very little, again, decreasing or lowering everybody's home value. So a lot of times in real estate, what will happen is they'll use the median. They'll line everybody's home up and find the one that's in the middle. Okay, so that's a little real life example of using the median. In your CK12 lesson today, it's going to walk you through measures of center and variability. It will give you some of those details we just talked about, some interactives to try. We'll spend some time talking about the outlier and how important that is. Okay. Again, the important button right here, view practice. These questions up above don't count towards your score. They're just for practice with your interactives. If you were to leave CK12 and come back, you do not need to do these again. Okay. You just need to make sure right here you do your view practice. Click on the view practice. Again, it should take about 7 minutes, your 10 questions, and complete that. You have a button up here that a few of you are still forgetting to hit. Mine says assign because I'm in the teacher mode and I have to assign it to all of you. Yours says submit. So you would hit submit so you can your grade can get submitted to me. Okay. So if you need any help, be sure to email me, use the discussion thread, or stop by a Google Help Meet session on either Tuesdays or Thursdays. If you're having trouble, I can share my screen with you. You can share your screen with me, and we can figure it out, all right? I know you're going to do great with it. Have fun.